Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. Um, how have you been? Have you been good? Today it's so cold. I think we're right into the rainy seasons. So it's been raining. I'm trying to look for something here. It's been raining cats and dogs. So how have you been? I hope you've been good. I've been okay. Just raising my babies. Yeah, I'm chilling at home. Nothing much. Nothing much. Yeah, guys. So today it's such a chilly day. I was just doing my room kind of makeover, changing things up kidogo kidogo. I brought my baby's cot from the other room. I brought it here. My baby is 8 months now, and cause sleeping with him feels like it's taking such a toll on me, and I feel like I'm not having enough rest. So I decided, now that I have the time, I decided I want to try have him sleep in his cot. Since the cot has no work, there's nothing it's doing. During the day, he doesn't sleep in there. During the night, he doesn't sleep in there. So it's like our second wardrobe. Anytime you get your clothes, you put them on the baby's cot. So at least I want to have it get into use. And then, yeah, so I brought the baby's cot from the other bedroom. I brought it to this room. And then this table, I also changed up this table. Yeah, because I wanted to face the TV. Yeah, so I just changed up some few bits here and there. Yeah, I think this is perfect, because the other way around, anytime I would have a live, uh, the camera would face the bed. So I think now this is better. At least there are not too many distractions behind me. So I think this is better than the other way that it was. Yeah, guys. So I hope you've been good. So I just decided to come on live today and talk about something. Yeah, something that um, yeah, we go through. Yeah, some observation, uh, something I've been thinking about. Yeah, guys. So I was watching the TMI some other day, TMI podcast by Morugi Munyi, and that's the Yummy Mommy and Lady KM. And there's something they said that stuck with me. So they were speaking about how therapy is important uh, to anyone. Therapy, it's important to anyone. So I thought about it. Therapy. See, for us as Africans, sana sana Kenyans, anytime you hear therapy, what comes to your mind is somebody who is mad. Mendawazimu, somebody who is mad, somebody who is not okay in the head, somebody whose mental state is not with us. That's what we think most of the times. And I've also never really thought about it, but of late I've been thinking so much about it because I've watched so many videos that talk about therapy and the aspect of speaking to someone anytime you're going through, and I think it really helps. I've said it before in my channel. I think this has been my hardest year of all times. This has been my hardest year of all times. This year has had me on no corners. This year has just, yeah, it's been that year for me. So mentally, and I'm really thinking about it. Mentally, I've not been in my right headspace. That that I'm so sure about. I've not been in my right headspace. Um, Emotionally, mentally, name it. I haven't been in my right headspace, and it's okay. I mean, we're humans. Stress. You have to go through stress. Uh, there are good times. There are hard times. It's expected. By saying that it's been my hardest year means um, mentally, like I said, I've not been in my right headspace. Emotionally, I haven't been okay. Physically, okay, there are some changes because I just delivered. So there are some changes to my body, but you know, as a woman, anytime uh, you deliver, self-esteem, if you're not so careful, your self-esteem kind of goes down. Spiritually, I think spiritually I've been, so emotionally I'm down, but spiritually I think I've grown. Um, but I think my biggest challenge was conceiving. I mean, not conceiving, delivering, and then support system after delivery. Because there's nothing that puts you down as a woman than having a young baby and you don't have help or aid or assistance or somebody who is there emotionally. From home, not so bad. Work, it was hell. It was hell. I was in for my maternity leave and then I finished my leave. And when I went back to work, it was just hell. Hell. I don't know if, though I was reading about it, I researched about it, and I came to realize that I'm not the only one who has had this experience. There are so many women who, after giving birth, they are, in their workplaces, it's just hell. You have bosses who are toxic. You have bosses who are just trying to put you down, putting too much pressure on you, and they don't care. They don't care, which I don't blame them. That's who they are. They don't care. So at my workplace, it's been hell. I actually thought that by the end of the year, I'll not have my job because it was just too much. At some point, I just felt like giving up and just coming home and raising my babies in peace and just leaving the work. But after talking to people here and there and seeking for advice, and you see, speaking helps a lot. So I talked to my mom, I talked to my friend, not friends, I talked to my spouse and all that, and at least I relaxed a bit. But this year has had me, this year has had me huko juu, yani huko juu. I've never had such an year, never had such an year, especially after delivery uh, of my second born. I think this is the year that I've really thought about so many things. And how do you know that it was serious? When I started looking for therapy. You see, in my life, I've never really, like I said when I was starting the live, I've never really thought about talking to somebody, talking to a counselor, seeking for help, sijui therapist. Anytime I heard those words, I was just like, ni mtu labda akona issues yani nyingi, yani mtu yani akona issues nyingi kabisa kabisa, but I think this year has had me to my lowest till I found myself looking for a therapy, and I went online and I searched for therapists in Kenya, and I came to realize also therapy is very expensive. Therapy is very expensive in Kenya. You find, okay, there are cheap ones, yes. Like I was checking, sometimes there are therapists who have online sessions, others physical. So you have 1,500 per session, 2,000 per session, others 5K per session, others will have 30,000, I don't know, per session. There are those who are on the upper side, and then there are others who are on the lower side. But thinking about therapy as an African, as a Kenyan, and how we were raised, I think it's not something that we have embraced so much. You hear of couples therapy, you hear of people going for therapy sessions, and you're wondering, why would you go pay somebody money so that they can listen to your problems? I mean, so you just talk to a friend, so you just talk to your neighbor, just talk to your friend, and you'll be okay. But there's a difference. Remember, these are professionals, and this is their line of work. This is their career. This is where they get their bread. This is what they have specialized in. This is what they know. They know to, when you sit in front of them, they can read you. They have done psychology. They can read you. When you open up, and there are some things you're maybe reluctant to say, they can, in a way, gauge that you're not open enough. I mean, this is their field of work. So at the end of it all, I came to realize that therapy is very, very important. It's very, very important. And I think now thinking about it, and uh, especially if you're married, if you're a couple, you're going through your hardships, you're having issues. Like for me, I came to realize that people talk of um, childhood traumas, and the way the traumas from your childhood affect even you as an adult right now. Whatever you do right now, there's some things you do as an adult and you're just like, why would I react like that? Why am I violent? Why is my speech so bad? Why do I talk so bad? Why am I so rude? Why am I so arrogant? Why am I not kind? Why am I not patient? And you may think it's your personality. Yes, it could be your personality. But if you sit down with a therapy can tell you, know what, this and this happened to you when you're a child, and that's why you're behaving the way you're behaving, and you can change it. You see, for us, we believe if it's somebody who is always rude, that's them. They can never change. That's who they are. But if you sit down with a counselor, a person who has done this, they can tell you, you know what, this is something that you can change. So I've come to learn a lot about myself, and I also thought a lot about how I behave, how I react to things. When, for example, my spouse does something, how I react to things, how I speak, how you hold on to grudges, you just hold on too much onto grudges, how you react when you're mad. There are people who speak up, there are people who don't speak up. People are you just silent. When your partner does something to you, you just shut down kabisa kabisa, and you can stay 1 or 2 days without speaking to your partner. How you react when your baby does something wrong, your baby just throws some tantrum, and you're all heated up here. That's not normal. It's not normal. And your baby breaks a cup, and you're all shouting, and that's not, it's normal for us because we've grown up in such homes. That's what we know as normal in quotes, but it's not normal. Because I was actually reading something, a quote that said that if you find yourself getting so much heated up because of something your child has done, you have a problem. You have a problem. Because who is the big one here? You're the adult. You should know what is right and what is. He is the child or she is the child. She doesn't know what she's doing. I mean, she's learning along the way. But your reaction shows that there's something that is not normal. And that hit me so hard, because sometimes I react, my baby does something and I react, and I'm just like, is this normal? Should I be this mad? I'm overreacting. And nowadays I'm trying to change and learn a lot of things, and I've realized that's how life is. In our homes, we are taught to do things in a different way, in a certain way. We're used to labda our parents quarreling, talking bad to each other, fighting, not solving their issues, bringing their issues to us when you are kids, and all that. And all these things affect us even when you're an adult. You come When you're a big person, you're an adult, you have gotten married, you have married, you come to realize that these things affect you so much. They play a big role. Yeah, this shutting down, it's something you've learned. This being rude, it's something you've learned. This shouting and talking vulgar, it's something you have learned. You can unlearn, and that's something I'm trying to embrace as an adult. I'm trying to embrace the act of unlearning the bad things, the bad traits, the normal, unlearning the normal in quotes, unlearning the normal in quotes. This is something I'm trying to embrace, because at the end of the day, you find if you're a parent and you have the same traits that you grew up with, you're raising the same kids with the same bad traits. There's no change. But if you work on yourself, then you find that even your home is a happier place, your kids are happier, your spouse is happier, because you understand each other, and the environment is suitable for each other. If your spouse wrongs you, just try to be calm and speak to them. If your baby wrongs you, try it, unlearn the act of overreacting, unlearn the act of shutting down, unlearn the act of thinking that it's normal uh, to do what? That it's normal uh, to, let's say, divorce. It's okay to divorce, but it's normal to divorce. And learning that it's not okay to be in a marriage that doesn't work. That's all those things. You see, with our parents, we saw them quarrel, fight, quarrel. And some of these things have not ended up so well for some of these couples. You find so many people killing each other, so many bad things happening, kids getting all the wrong impressions about unions and all that, and we have a dysfunctional society, because everything starts from home, everything starts from you as an individual. So if you don't unlearn the bad traits, you're going to pass them on to the next generation. Then who are we creating? We are creating a dysfunctional generation. And we talk of Gen Zs nowadays. I'm not a Gen Z, but we talk of Gen Zs nowadays, and you wonder, why do they behave the way they behave? They learn from us, and most of them have unlearned so many things that they have seen that were not right. They have unlearned so many things, so many things. So I've started embracing therapy. I've started embracing the I've started embracing uh, speaking up, speaking up, talking to somebody, uh, saying when I'm not okay. And it's okay to vent, it's okay to speak up, it's okay. It's okay to pay that 1,500 bob and have a physical session or an online session of speaking to a therapy, because at the end of it all, you're the one who is going to benefit from it. It's okay to book a session with your partner and go and speak to a therapist. It's okay to go for those healing classes. It's okay. It's okay to speak up. It's okay to talk about your background. It's okay to speak about your childhood traumas. It's okay to bring up anything that doesn't seem right to you, or anything that feels like it's a burden to you, because at the end of the day, once it's out, uh, at least you're 50% on the right track. But if you keep silent, if You see, like for me, let me give you a real example. Like for me, kitambo, when I was young, right now, I'm not, okay, when I was younger, that's when I was getting into trying to look for a partner and all that. When I was in my younger days, there was this habit I used to, because of my past, I used to find that anytime I'm close to a guy, and this guy seems like he wants to settle, he wants to, unajua unaweza soma uone huyu jamaa ni kama anataka sasa kukuwa serious. So anytime I would feel like this guy is about to get serious with me, I would in a way I would shut down, and then I would disappear. I would disappear completely. That was not a one-time incident. It was not a two-time incident. It was many relationships that, yes, we would be okay with that talking, start vibing, we are laughing, we are on the right track. I feel like this guy is just he's good, he's good, he's good. We're vibing, I like him, he's good. Everything, we're on the, he thinks the same way as I do. We align on so many things. But anytime I would feel like, na ni kama nimeanza kumpenda, I would shut down. Oh, huyu ni kama ameanza kunipenda. I would shut down and disappear. So you find that if you were talking, I would stop talking to you completely. If the meetups, the coffee dates, I'd just be like, I think I'm busy. I would become busy. So I found that I would lock myself in this cocoon, and then the guy would disappear. You see, you can only pursue for too long, and the guy would disappear. Not once, not twice, not thrice, so many times. But then I came to ask myself, because there are so many instances that I lost so many chances. And one time I came to ask myself, hi, na shida ni nini? Why don't I want to get serious with anyone? And after thinking about it, I came to think about how I've grown. I'm not saying, okay, my childhood was okay, how I've grown and everything. And I came to realize that, you know what, there was something at the back of my mind that I was scared of. There was something at the back of my mind that I was scared of. Because when I was younger, I experienced this. I was abandoned at this time. Not necessarily physical abandonment. No. Emotional abandonment. Emotionally, I was abandoned when I was young, and I was like, okay, so because of that incident when I was a kid, that is what is troubling me till now, till today. When I'm 30, I'm 25, and till today, 20 years later, 30 years later, 40 years later, it's still hanging on to me. That is what I was fearing. So I was fearing, if I love this guy and you come into something serious, after some time this guy is going to leave me. That I was so sure. But it was my head playing with me. This guy is going to leave me. He's going to love me. He's going to use me, and then he's going to leave me. So at the end of it all, I would walk away. I would just walk away. And I would not allow my heart to love anyone. If there's something I did during my younger days, is locking my heart from love. I did, by the way, I never used to do love. Kabisa. Mapenzi. Me and mapenzi this side, me on this side. I didn't used to do love. I used to fear love so much. And that was because of my childhood trauma. I used to fear that if I give myself to this person and we get so intertwined with this person, I get to love this person so much, this person is going to abandon me. And that was my fear. But then after thinking about it, after such a long time, I was just like, surely, why am I creating my own fate? Why am I creating my own destiny? How do I know that this person is going to leave me? And so after some time, I opened my heart. And definitely frustrations are there. Um, Frustrations are there. Moments are there when you are sad, when you're not happy. And no, that was the first issue that I realized. After some time, the first time I got into a serious relationship, I realized that I was kinda, my reaction towards anytime we had issues was not so nice. I was not the best. One, I would shut down. So if I was hurt by my spouse, by my partner, not spouse, by my partner, I would shut down. I would not speak, which is so bad in relationships or unions. I would shut down. I would withdraw, and then I would, if there was action from the partner to try uh, make me speak up, then I would go on, I would be on the violent side. So after some time, I was just like, why this violence? Why? What is this? Who is this person? So I started thinking of speaking. That's the first time I started thinking of speaking to somebody, because I was like, hey, this behavior is not so normal. It's not normal. I've not seen it before, and it's not normal at all, at all, at all. Why would I react like this? Why would I behave like this? So I talked to somebody, and that's how I came to realize that my past, it's like my past was haunting me. So whatever I was bringing out is what I had seen from my past. And you know, it's so funny. It's so funny that Africans, we really don't embrace speaking to counselors or therapists or psychologists or specialists. But so many of us, even who are married, so many of us who are in their 40s, 50s, 30s, yani umezeeka, yani ushazeeka, but you still carrying the things that happened to you when you were a child, and you're still venting them, and you don't even realize it. Your actions are affected so much by your childhood traumas. The way you react, the way you speak, the way you behave is what you had when you were a child. But not many of us realize that. Not many of us realize that. So at the end of it all, I think it's important that people embrace talking to counselors, talking to therapists. If you can be able to do a course on psychology, pia do psychology, try to understand the human nature. In the meantime, also try to understand yourself. But therapy is so, so important. Therapy is so, so, so important. If you want to understand yourself as an adult, why you do some things that you do, therapy is so, so important. And like I was saying, this year has been my hardest year of all times. That's, I think at some point I was depressed, and that's one of the things that got me interested in speaking to somebody, because I felt like if I don't speak to somebody, my mind is just going to blow up, because I was depressed. How do you know that you're depressed? I didn't want to talk to people. I'm an introvert, yes, I stay most of the time indoors, but if you find yourself enjoying, it's during the day, but you don't even want to draw your curtains, you just want to stay in bed, you don't feel like waking up, you just want to stay in bed, you don't feel like speaking to anyone, you are mad throughout without just any reason, you just have this anger in you that you cannot even explain, you feel like everything is hopeless. This depression is so bad, it is just so bad, and people don't even realize when somebody is depressed. So you at your workplace, and you silent, and people think that you anaringa tu, ni maringo tu uko nayo, hataki kuongea na watu, she doesn't want to speak to people, she's just boasting, or she's proud. Depression is silent. It's like cancer, it's a silent disease. You cannot look at somebody and say that this person is depressed until they put a rope on their neck and try to kill themselves, or until they take rat, or until they walk across the road when there's a car coming and they want the car to hit them, they want to commit suicide. That's when you know that this person is, as Africans, these things we don't know these things, and when we see them, we cannot even tell that this is a depressed person. This is a person who is not mentally okay. This is a person we think in our tiny and narrow minds. In our tiny and narrow minds, we think that this person is boasting, this person is proud, this person is genuine. She doesn't like interacting with people, but there may be something going on with that person. Yeah. And if you look at the Western culture, if there's something that I appreciate about the Western culture, is the fact that uh, in the West, therapy sessions, counseling, they embrace that so much. You even find sometimes, that's why sometimes when you watch a movie, you find that there are group sessions for therapy. So you've been a drunkard for such a long time, and all of a sudden you want to quit drinking, and you are able to quit for 1 month. There's a support group for that. There's somewhere you can go and speak to your fellow ex-drunkards, people who are also drinking but they stop. Therapy sessions, the group sessions, couple sessions, individual sessions. The West have embraced that so much that if you're not okay, please talk to a therapy. If you as a couple are not okay, please go and seek help. If you feel like joining a group for therapy, please do join a group for therapy. It's normal, but here anytime you mention therapy, people will think huyu ni kama anarukwa na akili, huyu ni kama huyu hayuko sawa, huyu ni kama anarukwa na akili, which is not, it's not right. Parenthood is not easy. It's pressuring people too much. Being a mom, it's not easy. It's too much pressure for the women. You're a mom, you're trying to balance your work. You're a mom, you're trying to raise your kids right. You're trying to have your spouse here, also treat him right. Stabilize the family. You're going to work. You're running the family. You're emotionally there for everyone. But who is there for you at the end of it all? Probably therapy could help you. I was reading somewhere that I was reading online. There's something I came across online on Facebook, and a guy was complaining that this lady abandoned him after giving birth, and to me I couldn't understand. But then somebody followed up on the lady, and they were like, why did you abandon your family? And the lady was like, I was not okay. And if I continued staying in that union, I would have killed my babies. I could have killed my babies. These are twins. I could have killed my babies. And that's a very strong statement, especially coming from a mother who has pushed these beings out of her body. The moment you hear I could have killed my babies, first thing you know, this person is not okay. She's not mad, no, but she's going through something, and she's not mentally okay. She's not emotionally okay. So at the end of it all, we need to embrace people saying that they are not okay. The same way we need to embrace when men speak their mind and they say they are not okay, and a man cries because he's stressed, he's under pressure. It's okay, he's human. It's okay when you speak up, you're human. It's okay to say you're depressed, you're human. You're stressed, you're human. You're going through something, you're human. You're suicidal, you are human. Yeah, you see in Kenya when you say mi naenda kujiua, people say ungekushajua. But in the West, if you say such a thing, people, first thing you're advised, seek help, because you don't take these things seriously. We think it's a joke. We don't take these things seriously. We actually think it's a joke, that this person is not okay, that you wonder what's their problem, why are they like that. You don't even think much about what's happening in their heads. People don't think much about what's happening. You don't think much about what this person is going through. No, all you care about is this person is mad. This person is mad. If you go online, if you need a therapy, if you go online and search online, you will find, like for me, I have so many therapists contacts that I came across online, or even from some individual persons. So I have so many contacts. If you go online and you search therapy, you'll come across it. The thing that I was looking for is free therapy, because at the end of it all, I was wondering, what if this is a person who is going through it all and they don't have the money, they don't have the 2K or 1500, especially in this economy, and they don't have the money to pay for that therapy session. Then what do they do? Yeah, so that's what I was looking for online. I'm trying to check if they're free. You can see this one. Mary? So I can see here there are 3 therapy sessions. They are free therapy sessions. I think my baby is just falling. This house, guys. Kuna hapa yenye inajiita Better Help Online, nisikize, free telephone counseling, free therapy. Yeah, they're Hopewell. Yeah, they are free sessions. Suicide Prevention Center, Oasis Africa. Yeah, actually, so if you search online, you'll find all these things there. All these things there. Yeah, guys, so that's what I wanted to come and speak about here, that we should embrace speaking to somebody, seeking help. It's okay to not be okay. It is okay to not be okay. Let's embrace therapy. Let's embrace talking to somebody, crying it out, bringing out your frustrations. Let's embrace that. It's important. For you to be okay, you need to understand yourself. And one of the ways to understand yourself is speaking to somebody who will help you do that. Understand your behavior, understand who you are, understand your purpose. Therapists also help you understand your purpose. They are also life coaches who help you understand your purpose. If you don't feel like you really understand why you're in this world, what you're supposed to do in this world, we have life therapists who help you, assist you, aid you to understand you better by asking you questions, getting your background, understanding what you love. All that is so important. All that is so important. Yeah, guys, so you feel like, especially now with everything that's happening, you feel like you are at the edge. If you feel like you are at the edge, please seek help. We need you. Please do seek help. Seek help. Seek help. Like I said, this year has shown me everything, but I'm glad I never gave up. I'm also glad that I've come to understand myself better. I'm also glad that I took a chance on myself. It's not easy. I'm glad that I took a chance on myself. It wasn't easy. I'm also glad that I talked to people who understood me. I'm also glad for the people who supported me through it all. I'm also glad for people who held my hand. For the critics, it's okay. Critics will always be there, but who cares about the critics? For the critics also, it's okay. They also made me more stronger by the critics. But most of all, I'm glad for taking a chance. For taking a chance on me, because you should be the only person who is the cheerleader for you. You should be a cheerleader for you. If you're not there for yourself, even if the therapists will help you, that will not help. You have to be there for yourself. You have to stand with yourself. You have to push. You have to push through it by yourself. Everything has to start with you. Everything has to start with you. Yeah, so guys, I think I was to go on for 1 hour, but I need to go prepare food for my baby. Nasikia ko mudi, and it's lunchtime, so I want to go to prepare some food for my baby, and then I'll catch you up on my next video. Please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, Boss Betty, please make sure that you subscribe, put a like on this video. Yeah, support a girl. support a girl. Yeah guys, so I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.